Good afternoon and blessings to all from Kingston, Jamaica. It's a real pleasure to have you on today to discuss with you today our innovation competition, GP Innovate, which is taking the region by storm. And of course, I'll talk a little bit about the logic behind GP Innovate before handing you over to Marcus Goff, Dr. Marcus Goff, who will be addressing the students on the process, the application process for GP Innovate. Yes, so there are other innovation competitions out there, and GP Innovate really adds to that. But the big picture about GP Innovate and what drove us to doing this is that innovation, in our opinion, is what will take our country forward, right? And without innovation, we probably won't be able to transition to moving from a middle-income country to become a high-income country. Innovation is also central to the creation of high-value jobs and helping us to improve our productivity right here in Jamaica. So GP Innovate adds to that body of work and really trying to put it in a practical sense to help students who are university students, bright young people with plenty of ideas that are practical and doable, providing a forum for them to share those ideas, and more than that, to be able to connect with potential entrepreneurs and partners to help them to commercialize those ideas. We encourage this idea of getting your ideas patented because that is quite critical to the ownership of the ideas. So we are not taking a position in the ideas, the winners or any idea that is presented through our competition. What we will do is to facilitate at least those who, the winners, help to connect them with entrepreneurs, particularly funders, and help them to prepare for international competition so that somehow this whole thing that we are presenting here in Jamaica could become a much bigger deal globally. So we're moving from local to global, and we're facilitating that process due to the immense knowledge that we have here at GP, the expertise that we have. Now, this competition, another thing that we thought was important is that we wanted competitions to have the entrance to be groups of students rather than individual students. And why is that so? We know that in Jamaica, we are very individualistic and we are good at competing by ourselves, right? Whether it be in sports or in other arenas. But we want to develop this idea of collaboration because that is central to innovation. Innovation requires collaboration. And so we are fostering that as well through this competition. So we're doing teams of 2 and more rather than individual participants. So those are some important things. We are differentiated by the fact that you don't just get a prize and that's the end of the process. It is the commencement of a new process. That's how we're viewing it at GP. And it's a great pleasure to facilitate this competition and to help young people to unleash the knowledge that they have and to, more importantly, to commercialize that knowledge in partnership with funders that they will connect them with, those who are part of our ecosystem and potential competitions at the global level. So it is my great pleasure to introduce the GP Innovate to you. And now I hand over to my colleague, Dr. Marcus Goff, who will take you through the nuts and bolts of this competition. Thank you very much for your time. Over to you, Marcus.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Allen. I'm very pleased to be here with you all.
Oh, you're muted, sorry.
Am I muted still? Are you hearing me now? Hello, are you hearing me?
Not hearing you. I think you're...
Oh, I'm not on mute. My microphone says I'm not on mute. I'm not sure, but I see my microphone moving. Is it, I don't know if anyone is hearing me, but I guess you're not hearing me, Joel. I don't know. I don't know what to say because I see my microphone moving here. Not hearing me. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Are you hearing me now? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Are you hearing me now? Hello, hello. Are you hearing me now? Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Are you hearing me now? Is anyone hearing me now? We're seeing your screen. Joel, we're seeing your screen. Not sure if you want to see your screen. Hello, hello. No one hearing me? Not sure why. Hello. I'm not sure why you're not hearing me. I don't know what else to do here. It's regular Zoom. I'm not sure. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I don't know.
So we're doing teams of 2 and more rather than individual participants. So those are some important
Hello, hello.
Hi, good afternoon, Marcus.
Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what was wrong with my
Yeah.
microphone. Got to hear me now.
Don't worry. No worry about it. So let me just restart because I'm not sure if persons were hearing me as well. So, right. So good afternoon to you, Marcus, and good afternoon to everyone who's joining us from the Caribbean and around the world. It's a great pleasure to host the GP Innovate competition, which I'll tell you a little bit about GP Innovate.
Hello, hello.
Hi, good afternoon, Marcus. So the GP Innovate.
Hello. Can anyone hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm sorry. I think the video is showing at the same time, it seems.
Okay.
Microphone. Got to hear me now.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us, whether you're in Jamaica, the Caribbean, or elsewhere around the world. It's a great pleasure to be with you today. My name is Joel Allen, and I'm the Managing Director of Growth Perspectives Limited. We do apologize for the technical difficulties that we would have experienced earlier that slightly delayed the start of this discussion. But I want to say a little bit about GP Innovate and why. Well, I want to talk about the logic behind GP Innovate before I introduce my colleague, Dr. Marcus Goff, who will be taking us through the process that students will go through for application and so on. Yeah, so in terms of GP Innovate. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us, whether you're in Jamaica, the Caribbean, or elsewhere around the world. It's a great pleasure to be with you today. My name is Joel Allen, and I'm the Managing Director of Growth Perspectives Limited. We do apologize for the technical difficulties that we would have experienced earlier that slightly delayed the start of this discussion. But I want to say a little bit about GP Innovate and why. I want to talk about the logic behind GP Innovate before I introduce my colleague, Dr. Marcus Goff, who will be taking us through the process that students will go through for application and so on. Yeah, so in terms of GP Innovate. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us, whether you're in Jamaica, the Caribbean, or elsewhere around the world. It's a great pleasure to be with you today. My name is Joel Allen, and I'm the Managing Director of Growth Perspectives Limited. We do apologize for the technical difficulties that we would have experienced earlier that slightly delayed the start of this discussion. But I want to say a little bit about GP Innovate and why I want to talk about the logic behind GP Innovate before I introduce my colleague, Dr. Marcus Goff, who will be taking us through the process that students will go through for application and so on. Yeah, so in terms of GP Innovate, right? Good afternoon, everyone.